Unresolved problem segment tonight, money and those who want to be president. As you may know, Donald Trump has resisted making his tax returns public, but this week released a financial disclosure statement to the Federal Election Commission, citing $557 million in income last year and a net worth of more than $10 billion with a B dollars. Hillary Clinton reports she made $6.5 million last year, speaking and from book royalties. Bernie Sanders has asked for an extension in his reporting. Joining us now from Washington, Dave Leventhal, senior reporter at the Center for Public Integrity, a nonpartisan investigative news agency. Sanders' deal is strange. He doesn't seem to have any other income outside of his Senate salary. Why does he need an extension?
Yeah, and by U.S. Senate standards, Bernie Sanders is dirt poor from what we know. Last time in 2015, when he released one of these reports, he hardly had anything to his own name, a lot in his wife's name, but very little in Bernie Sanders' name, even had credit card debt. Now, he said, hey, this is probably a great thing because I can relate to people who are in those financial situations. I'm not beholden to the billionaires and the millionaires, like he likes to say. But it's a big question mark here in 2016 as to what he's been doing in the past 12 or so months with his own finances.
I think it
Obviously,
makes him
a very
look bad.
different time for Bernie.
I think, he won't talk to us, and that's disappointing. But I think it makes him look bad because, look, this is coming. May 15th was the date. You knew it was coming. Just put it out there. And it looks like he's hiding something, but I agree with you. He does have a lot of stuff in his wife's name, so I'd like to know what that stuff is. But I don't think Sanders is a wealthy guy. Now, here's a question. Do you believe, with all this income inequality business, that American voters en masse care if their president is extremely wealthy like Trump or a relative pauper like Sanders? Do they care?
Well, first of all, I don't think you have too many people who are sitting around in Kansas or Texas or Vermont wondering, what does it say on page 72 of Donald Trump's personal financial disclosure? Are going to act and vote according to that? That being said, there's a lot that's been made of personal wealth during this election cycle. On one hand, you have Donald Trump, who waves his wealth around as a great advantage. Hey, I'm successful. I'm a billionaire. I've got $10 billion or whatever it actually is in reality to my name. I am a paragon of success and wealth. And Hillary Clinton, of course, is a very double-edged sword for her. On one hand, she can say, yes, I've been doing pretty well, but here's somebody who's tried to do everything that she can to relate to the middle class, to the everyday voter, as she likes to say. And it's very difficult to do that when you are yourself a multimillionaire and have very strong ties to Wall Street and other places that, well, the average American typically does not.
But what about the folks sitting at home who don't have much money? Are they going to resent voting for a president? Will they vote for a president who would be the richest president in history? That would be Trump. Or a woman, as you just defined her, who tries to pander to working Americans, but who gets $250,000 to give a speech. I mean, are they going to vote? Are they going to stay home? Are they mad? What do you think?
If you're a Bernie Sanders voter, that is probably crossing your mind right now, wondering, because in all likelihood, Bernie Sanders will not win the Democratic nomination, of course. So they have a big choice in front of them. Either get on the Clinton train, maybe consider Trump, who knows, a third-party candidate. But their options are limited because they have gone all in and supported not only in word and not only in deed, but also financially. A lot of people who don't have a whole lot of money to spend, who've given their $10 or $20 or $50 to Bernie Sanders. Now he's not going to be the nominee. What do they do?
Mostly, historically, Americans have not resented wealthy people. Most of our presidents have been wealthy people. But I think that's changing now. Mr. Leventhal, we appreciate it. When we come right back, Miller on some college students thinking there's no difference between men and women. Yikes. Miller is next.